Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here with Steele Navigator. Today's video topic is on the best high protein foods for emergency preparedness. For SHTF situations, foods to have on hand or in your bug out bags, your camping bags where you can grab and go. And there are many options out there, but I just tried to think of the best options with what I feel is the highest quality forms of protein. Also, I tried to find items that have long shelf life, items that don't need to be refrigerated unless they're opened. Also, items that are already cooked, ready to eat right out of the container or packaging. To start, a good item is tuna fish or other types of can of fish. So this is a Starkist brand, solid white albacore tuna. Now there are options in oil or in water. I would highly recommend getting the in water. One thing you're going to want to have on hand is a manual can opener. If the power goes out, you're not going to be able to open your cans unless you've got some type of knife, and that can be very dangerous. You could stab yourself and bleed out. So just have a manual can opener. I'll put a link down below for this. Usually a couple of dollars. They last forever. So there's excellent protein packed in one can of tuna. You can get larger cans. This is a standard can. So it says here serving size is 1 can. And in 1 can, there is 26 grams of protein. So that right there is enough for an adult for one hearty meal as far as getting the adequate amount of protein in. There are good fats in here. It says it contains 290 milligrams of DHA and EPA, omega-3s per serving. An excellent option. I bought this can recently. Today is April 5th, 2020, and it says that it does not expire, or it says best if used, which means it doesn't expire. It just would be best quality if used by October 21st, 2023. So over 3 years of good, ready to eat shelf life right here. There's a little bit of weight to it, but protein-rich foods are going to have a bit of weight to them. There are other options of canned fish, such as there's plenty of canned shellfish out there, canned oysters, mussels, clams, lobster. I personally try to stay away from the shellfish. Sometimes I have skin issues from it. So what I'll do is go with the tuna fish, or this is something I like. I like the smoked rainbow trout. It's made by a company called Cole's Trout. Now this is in olive oil. I'd much prefer it to be in water, but there's not many ingredients. Rainbow trout, olive oil, and sea salt. That's all it's got in it. And this is also good to August of 2023. Now this says 1 container, 11.8 grams of protein. I'd say it's good to get at least 20-25 grams of protein per meal, if at all possible. So if I was having a meal, I might want to eat 2 of these. Another excellent option is sardines. These are super inexpensive. You can pick up a can of sardines for 60 cents to $1. I prefer the mustard sauce version. This is one of my favorite brands here. The ingredients are fairly healthy. There might be one preservative in here. Mostly it's salt. There are other flavored options. I prefer the mustard because it's one of the healthiest condiments out there. Also helps fight muscle cramps. Mustard does. Little tip. So sardines, excellent choice. These are good for at least 2 years on the shelf. All of these items, you simply pop the can, take a fork, and start eating right out of the can. Don't have to heat them up, don't have to refrigerate them. Throw them in a pack, throw them in the shelf, ready to go. Another great option is beef jerky, or this is probably a healthier option than beef jerky. It's quite new. Biltong, B-I-L-T-O-N-G, beef. Ingredients: beef, vinegar, salt, raisin juice, and some spices. That's it. It says no gluten, nitrates, artificial colorings, preservatives, or MSG. Now, this is something you're probably not going to eat all in one sitting. It is dried out meat. You'll want to take in a little extra water with this. 8 servings per container, 16 grams of protein per serving. So there's a lot of protein in here. If the package is left sealed, it says that it's good for at least a year. An excellent option, not quite as long as shelf life as the canned options, but still a great option. Another great option is a protein powder. Now this is a canister or tub. It's not really feasible to throw in a backpack unless you keep this at your home. A scoop of this will get your protein needs for a meal, which is excellent. 20-25 grams, sometimes 30 grams in a scoop. But if you're on the road, if you're going camping, or if you need to stock a BugOut pack, they make individual packets with 20 to 30 grams of protein. You can throw a handful of those packets in your bag. They don't take up a lot of weight. Mix them up with some water and you got your protein. What are some other options that I don't have here today that are great? They have long shelf life. Well, there are a variety of canned meat products out there, such as canned chili, canned chicken, canned beef, such as corned beef. There's tons of chili out there. It's all very inexpensive. These are the higher priced items. I feel like these are the healthier items as well. So again, you get what you pay for. Some of the other canned meats, such as this regular old potted meat, the potted chicken, the spams and such, it's better than nothing, but they're much less expensive, but they have more preservatives in them, artificial preservatives. They're just not the best option. So if you can afford something else, such as what I've shown you today, they're better. Other options would be dry nuts. The best nuts being Brazil nuts, walnuts. Try to go organic and raw if at all possible. Other nuts are good as well, pistachios, pecans, and such. But the walnuts and Brazil nuts are definitely the best. So these are a few items as far as high protein, long shelf life, ready to eat foods that you need to have in your emergency preparedness. Whether that be in a BugOut bag, in your home's pantry. If you can't go to the grocery store, the power goes out, you can't cook, your gas isn't working, you have protein ready to go to sustain a healthy diet for when things hit the fan. It's very important. People always talk about rice and beans and soup, and yes, those are all important too to get good carbs in and such. But we need protein in our diet. It's absolutely essential. We have these canine teeth in our skulls for a reason. Our bodies need it for our proper muscle development. It's very important. So comment down below. Let's start a conversation on this, especially with what's going on. It's some good information to have for you and your family. Share this video if you would. Tap the thumbs up icon and subscribe. I do thank you for watching. Have a great day.